You ever wonder why some people can sell anything and others struggle to close even a single sale? Today, we're diving into the top psychological secrets that entrepreneurs use to win over any customer. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder or maybe you're building your own business, these tactics will help you elevate your sales game to a whole new level. Now, the first one we're going to talk about today is called reciprocity. Have you ever felt the need to return a favor to someone who's helped you? Well, reciprocity is when you feel compelled to do something for someone who's done something for you, and it's a very powerful tactic to use in your sales. It's so embedded in our culture that even young children are compelled to smile back at someone who smiles at them, or hug someone who does something nice for them, or even our parents program into our minds that if someone does something nice for us, we should say thank you. This is instinctive give and take and is the foundation for reciprocal relationships. Now, I know that reciprocity helped me in my first business break. I was at a business networking event as a young entrepreneur, and like every single person in the room made way more money than me. I met a guy there who offered me some advice in building my company because he had a company in the same industry. I felt compelled in return to help him with some social media advertising that I had learned to do for our niche, and I was really excelling in it, and it was something that he kind of needed help with. I did it at absolutely no cost. I could have charged him thousands of dollars to do it, which would have really helped me out at the time, but I said, you know what, he helped me out, so let me help him out. And because I returned that favor, he then felt obligated to help me, and he partnered up with me on a new business venture that completely took off and brought my whole life to another level. Now, he took way more risk than me in that, but because I selflessly helped him with something that he struggled with, he wanted to return the favor and help me. There are some common examples of reciprocity out there that you see every single day. One example is free samples in grocery stores. Like, I love going to Costco because the free samples are bomb. Now, if anybody watching this goes to Costco, you know what I'm talking about. You go, you walk around, and you got to go at the right time too, right? Because if you show up too early, the samples aren't out yet, and if you show up too late, they're putting them away. So you got to go when everyone else is there, but you put up with the crowd and you put up with the mayhem because you know you're going to get those free samples, and some of the samples are bomb. When it was just me, a single guy shopping, I wanted to shop there because I got something free. I'm way more compelled to then grab that product and buy it from them, whether it's the tortilla chips or the enchiladas. I don't know why I'm on a Mexican theme here. Another example that I actually use right now on my sales pages and websites, giving someone a free gift if they buy a product today. So this is a great way to increase the perceived value of your framework and of your offer without having to really lose any extra money on it. I'll have a product that I'll offer, and I'll say, hey, if you buy this today, then you will get this free something or other. So that combines another thing we're going to cover here in just a minute with reciprocity, where I say, hey, if you get this today, I'm going to give you this for free. Or maybe I'll offer someone something for free ahead of time and then charge them further on. Like if I give them like a free 15-minute consultation and then I provide a bunch of value to them in a short amount of time and I leave them wanting more, then they're like, oh, you know what? This guy already gave me his time. Let me pay for this next segment of time. Another example, say you're mowing lawns or providing a fee for service type business like that, right? Like we're going to mow someone's lawn or manual labor, right? You're doing some sort of business like that, some sort of job like that. Maybe you're trying to offer someone something free up front. You say, hey, I will plow your driveway once for free. I'll mow your lawn once for free. And if you like it, then after you can work with me. And even if they don't like it as much as the other person that they worked with, they're going to feel compelled to work with you because you did a favor for them. So this is something anybody can use. It doesn't matter what you're selling and what your service is. You want to always quote people super high. There's no competitive advantage to being the second cheapest. If that's the case, be the most expensive. Now, when you quote people really high, this is great because if you quote someone super high for your product or service, they buy it, then cool, you made a bunch of money. If not, you can lower the quote, then it looks like you're doing them a favor. And because you're doing that favor for them, they'll feel more compelled to work with you in a lot of situations. Another example you're going to see out there are subscription-based services. First 30 days is free, and then it's like $99 a month after that or something like that. I don't know how many subscriptions I have. I pay for them now, but because I just got them for free at first because I wanted to try it out, and then I never ended up canceling it. So now I still have it anyway. So reciprocity is something that you can put into your sales, regardless of whether you're selling products online, maybe you're selling products in a group setting, you're doing like webinars, maybe you're doing a fee for service, or you have some sort of business where you're going out and providing a service for someone or some sort of manual labor, or maybe you're just selling an intangible product like insurance or something like that. There's always things that you can do. So look for ways to provide something for free to entice them to work with you. Now, the next psychological hack I want to cover with you today is scarcity. Scarcity, as it pertains to sales, is a psychological principle where the perceived value of something increases if it's in short quantity or is only available for a limited time. The idea is rooted in the belief that people desire what they can't easily have. So if they think that there's only a limited amount of it, then they're gonna want it more. Or if it's only available for a certain amount of time, then they're gonna want it more through like FOMO, fear of missing out. There are some examples of this that you might see in advertisements online or really any daily shopping. If people say, hey, we have 50% off for today only. Black Friday, today only, you're gonna get a crazy deal. People go out and buy stuff that they never would have bought anyway, just because they're saving money on it. If you're on Amazon, sometimes you're shopping and you'll see it'll say like only 3 left in stock. You don't know if there's only 3 left in stock. I mean, hopefully they're telling the truth. But if there's only 3 left in stock, you're way more compelled to get it. Hotels will do the same thing on their websites. When you go to book a hotel room, it'll be like, only 2 rooms left. So it's like, oh, better book this quick, because if not, I'm gonna miss out on the opportunity. I did that the other day. I booked a ski trip and it was like, oh, 1 room left at this price. And I was like, yeah, right, okay. But I booked it anyway. So I spent like $800 more on this hotel that I didn't really plan to go to just because they hit me with that. I'm just like realizing this now that I fell for that sales tactic. But I'll do this right now. So on our sales pages that we run, our landing pages, I will have an offer available for 15 minutes only. And it's true, for that 15 minutes only, they can get a special deal on that product. And then after that 15 minutes, they can still get it, but it's gonna cost more money. Or I'll say, hey, look, I can only bring on 20 people for this offer right now. We're only able to accept 20 people for this product because we want to be able to provide them the best level of service possible. We have 5 spots left. There's 15 people already signed up. There's 5 spots available. If you want to take advantage, do it today. If not, you might miss out. Saying there's a limited quantity of something really helps get people to take action as well. We've seen a tremendous increase in our sales with countdown timers and those scarcity things. And also you can have holiday deals, right? Like I said, like Black Friday deals, we do that. Christmas special, Thanksgiving special, Halloween special, whatever it is. And that's huge on your advertisements too. Like you're gonna see advertisements, if you run advertisements on social media or anything like that, any type of advertisement, even like a Facebook post, if you put a Christmas special, they're way more likely to get it. Bottom line is, with scarcity, if people think something's only available for a limited amount of time or there's only a limited quantity of it, they're way more likely to buy it. So implement this in your business and sales process so that you can convert more customers. Okay, so moving on to number 3, we're going to talk about social proof. Social proof is the principle where people are more compelled to make a decision based on the decision, beliefs, and opinions of others. It leverages the idea that if other people are doing something, then it must be valuable or desirable or the right choice to make. There are plenty of examples of this in the real world that you're going to see every day, but the most common example, which I actually just did today, is looking at reviews online for a restaurant. You're probably just like me, where if you go out to eat somewhere, the first thing you're going to do is look on Yelp or Google or whatever rating service they have where you are. And not only will you see the rating, but you might look at reviews to see what dish you're going to order. Now, you're way more likely to go to a restaurant that has 4,000 5-star reviews than one that has 5 2-star reviews. Because in our head, we say, hey, it must be good. There's thousands of people who have gone to this restaurant who gave it a good review, and even went as far as posting pictures of the types of food they liked and the descriptions, and even maybe the name of the waiter or waitress that helped them. Now, the same principle applies to your products. If you have reviews of your products, you want to try to incorporate those into your sales process or your advertisement somehow, or your marketing. If you don't have any yet, it's really easy. After you get a few customers and a few happy customers, just have them record a little video on their phone saying why they were happy working with you and why they would recommend someone else to work with you, and how you performed in the task that you were assigned to do for them and that they paid you for. You need to get started right away with building reviews. You can do this even if you're a brand new entrepreneur just getting started. I promise you that this is really going to help. We used to lose a lot of sales because we didn't have a lot of reviews. And the problem is, if you're not asking for reviews, you're going to get grouchy, negative people who go and leave you a review. And it's usually the person who spends like $20 and expects like $1 million product that leaves a bad review. It's not the person that spends like a ton of money on your product that leaves a bad review. You got to be a special type of person to go and leave bad reviews for people all the time. Like, who does that, right? So you got to make sure you're asking people for positive reviews. Restaurants will do this. Restaurants will do this, and even offer reciprocation like I covered before. Well, they'll say, hey, if you write us a positive review or write a review and we'll give you $15 off your next meal. But make sure, like I said, before you ask someone for a review, make sure that it's someone who is really happy with your product or service. And you need to do this. You need to ask people for reviews, because if not, you're going to get more people writing reviews that are grouchy and not happy with their products, because much more rarely will people actually go write a review for something that they enjoy. Another way to get reviews is through endorsements. This might be tough if you don't have much money to spend on an endorsement, but what you can do is pay someone to rep your products. So whatever your product is, you can pay someone as an affiliate to sell those. You see it all the time in the fitness world with like protein companies or supplement companies, where they will find professional bodybuilders and then give that bodybuilder a discount code. And the bodybuilder's like, oh, look at this pre-workout and creatine. This is why I'm 280 pounds solid muscle, which we all know it's not. That sort of endorsement really helps companies grow, because then you're leveraging authority as well, which is something we're going to get into as another tactic here. Where you are in a position of authority, people will buy your products because they look up to you. So social proof works if you're like, hey, this is an authority figure using my product. Look at this social proof right here. This person's legit. They must know what they're doing. Even if you don't make any money. So even if this person sells your product and with their discount code and you don't make a profit on it, so say you let them use it, they keep all the profit, right? You just cover your costs. If this person's big enough out there, it's really an investment over time for your brand. So the next hack I'm gonna go over here is the concept of small commitments leading to big commitments. This is also called the foot in the door technique. And this is a principle where getting someone to commit to something small in the beginning leads them to making a bigger purchase later. It builds on the idea of consistency, where once someone starts to commit to something, it'll just snowball, and then they'll keep making those commitments down the line. I use this all the time on my sales sites. There's actually something called a $7 tripwire. So if you are selling your product online and you're struggling, say it's a higher ticket item, or it's like a few $100s or something like that, or even $100, depending on the audience that you're targeting, that might be a big ask for those people. So what we found works very well, even better than giving something for free up front, like we talked about before, reciprocity, offering them like something of huge value for $7. So say you create a video series explaining how something can be done, or create a little guide or something that can help someone improve whatever your product or service that they're looking for is, or what that can help them, right? So you create something that's really easy to create, but it's got a ton of value, and then you sell it for only $7. Now that $7 gets them to commit to spending money with you, and then it's much easier to get money afterwards. So after they spend that little amount, then you can ask for the upsells for the $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $900 upsell, whatever it is that you're looking to do, once they give you that little commitment up front. And I see this all the time in personal development courses that I enroll in. They'll hit me with the $99 a month course subscription, and then boom, I get a call from a sales guy trying to upsell me on their $10,000 package or $15,000 conference ticket or something like that. So once you get those little commitments from people, it's much easier to get the big commitments down the line. Even in your sales presentation, there's things you can do. There's things that you can offer. So you can ask someone if they want something, like create like a little guide or something for them. Hey, would you want to get this included in your offer at no additional cost? They say yes, they commit to getting that from you. Then not only is reciprocity involved, because they might want to return the favor, but they're taking a little step. And these commitments are huge, especially if they play at someone's heartstrings. Find the pain point for your audience and then help them solve it with a very small upfront commitment, and then show them how you have this much bigger product that expands on everything that you're looking to help them with. You might be able to get more of those upsells. So we'll take, for example, say someone's a landscaper. I don't know why I'm on this theme today, but say you're like, hey, I'll mow your lawn for $70, depending on like how big it is, right? After you mow the lawn, then you hit them with the other offers that you can do. Maybe, trim the shrubs, cut down this tree. Oh, you got this thing. Oh, we can build a wall right there, retaining wall or something. So you go with those little offers up front, and then you hit him with the bigger offers down the road. Even if you don't have those types of products that you can sell, you can still get commitments from people by asking them questions and getting them to say yes to things and give you little commitments over time. I know when I sold cars, the biggest commitment we looked for was a credit application. We knew that, hey, if once someone committed to doing their credit application with us, that was like 90% of the deal was done right there. So find a way for people to give you small commitments, and you're going to end up getting that big commitment. Now is the concept of getting people to like you. This goes along with the concept that if you can get someone to like you, and if they have a positive connection towards you, they're more likely to listen to you, they're more likely to want to buy from you, and they're more likely to engage with you. At first, when I started in sales, I was terrible. I sold cars my first sales job before I started my business. I was terrible. I didn't make a sale for like 8 weeks. I was dropping sales that were like teed up for me. It was so bad. But one thing I was really good at that helped me get my first few sales once I got more comfortable was just getting people to like me and having a conversation with people. Now, what I do, which can help you, is finding points of commonality between people that you can relate to. Maybe this is just for me because I've been through like so many insane different situations in my life that it helps me relate to people. Really, they can pretty much tell me anything, but shared interests or experiences create a sense of connection between people. So the trick is you want to look for ways to get people to like you, agreeing with them, praising them, listening to them, letting them talk, validating their thoughts and feelings, agreeing with them. Look for reasons to like them, because if people know that you like them, they're going to feel wanted and they're going to feel that connection to you as well, right? They're going to feel cared for. So look for things and listen to things that they talk about that you like about them, and then look for ways that you are like them, which are points of commonality. Now, it's really important to let people talk about what they are interested in, and then you show interest in that. Even more interested than they are in your product or in you, they are way more interested in themselves. So always keep that in mind, that people are more interested in themselves than any sort of product you could ever offer them. Getting people to laugh is huge. Victor Borge, I think that was his last name, Borge, said laughter is the shortest distance between two people. And I've found not only in sales, but just daily life, if I can get someone to like me, it drops tension. It's sort of hard to be mad and laugh at the same time. So I found if I can get someone to laugh, it's much easier to get them to like me and trust me and want to do business with me and share some sort of connection with me, because we have that immediate rapport. They get a good feeling when they laugh, so they want more of that. So they want to be around you more because they want more of you. Now, actually, the last topic we're going to be covering here is called authority. Now, authority in sales is about leveraging a position of expertise or credentials or a position of influence to get more clients and obtain more sales. People are more likely to follow the advice from or buy products from someone who appears to know what they're talking about and appears to be an expert than someone who isn't. Like, think about when you were a kid. You'd go to the doctor's office, you'd say, oh my God, my ear hurts. So you go to the doctor, your mom goes in and he writes you a prescription, and it doesn't even matter. You go to the pharmacy, you get the bottle. Your mom probably didn't even check to see what the pill said. They just give you the pill and you take it. It's because all those people are forms of authority. Now imagine if you're walking down the street, you're like, oh my God, my ear hurts. And some dude in haggard, dirty clothes is like, oh, hey kid, take this pill, you'll be okay. Like, you're not gonna take it. Your parents aren't gonna let you take it because the doctor has that form of authority. He's got his credentials on the wall. He's got his diploma. He's got his stethoscope. He plays the part. He probably works in a hospital or some sort of medical office. He writes the prescription. That's a form of authority. It's legit. It's official. The pharmacy, official, right? You go in, everybody looks legit. They got their little coats on or whatever they wear in pharmacy. Now, authority in sales is conveyed through tone. Even if you don't have any form of authority right now, make sure that you try to convey it through your tone. And the way this is done is by mastering every aspect of your sales process, learning your products, your competitors' products, and just becoming an expert in the field and working on not saying things like, like, and you know. Those filler words will absolutely crush your authority and take your client's confidence away from you. So make sure that you're using the correct tonality in word and sentence structure to appear as if you know what you're talking about. Now, you don't even have to know what you're talking about. You just have to sound like you do. I hope that these psychological tactics help you increase your sales and 10x your sales production. If you really want to get better in business and sales and entrepreneurship, you want to watch this next video coming up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.